Morning, Dowse.
Morning.
Big morning this. Daniel's going to make his debut doing some interviewing.
Well, Daniel, lad. Good lad.
So we're looking forward to that. But first, some short, snappy answers because we don't want any waffle.
Has he got a question? Has he got?
No. We've got lots of stuff to get through.
So, from the supporters, yeah.
Some news items. Everyone spotted that Dave Tarpey was on the bench for Barnet last week.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's finished with us?
At the minute, called him back. Got the right to do that. No problem. Done alright for it. But they need. They've got a couple of injuries. They needed him back for this weekend. He can't play on Ashford Turf anyway on Tuesday, so that's fine. So one of them things.
Right. And players again. I'm afraid the inevitable, and it's come from supporters as well as me. Where are we with Toby Edser? Can you say anything?
Obviously, I can see it's a working process and bull crap. Everybody can't. The honest truth is, Forrest, I don't think it's got a call back on him, if you like. But so it needs three parties agree that it's finished. So I think they're asking questions now. If the questions come through that he is finished there, and we can sign him a deal, play him more. That's the honest truth is.
So when you say three parties, you mean Port Vale, Forest, and Toby.
And Toby, it's got to be. So what I do, or what most people do, will send out. I'll send out people on loan, and I'll have a call back on every single one. Yeah. Because at the end of this month, I'll probably call them all back for the final push, and all that, and Reggie Youngs and Cookie and all that, and stuff like that. But the point is, when it goes to pro club, I don't think there's actually something written in because I thought it was just going to go, but they changed the manager, changed everything else. So it's a different part. So even though we're pushing every button we possibly can, I've actually got to lay back and say, okay, I can't push anymore now. 3 years sorted out. If he stays at Portfield, one of them things, if he gets dragged back and comes here, I'll be absolutely delighted, and we'll have him in the team tomorrow. So the calls, as you know, are coming through about it, as you like. Is it good news, bad news? I don't know. Till Forrest and Portfield and Toby Edster and David Howells agree to come, but what I would love him here. I really would. Sure. So that's where it is.
Okay, sorry to mention that
not a problem,
again, but everyone's interested.
Of course you are.
Can we turn to Tuesday night briefly? You had a bit of a trip, didn't you?
Because Martin Ian said it was a very good night up there, but I had a better night than me, that's for certain. So me, Blackie and Adrian went down there and all that, I went down
to Torquay.
Because listen, there's something seen I couldn't give a monkeys about. I didn't want to get beat the other night, and players might think, and players have killed themselves really, because when I rang Martin and Ian and said, who do you think should be in the squad Saturday? They said nobody. And the best players was Cookie coming off the bench. And all that come off the bench, that's the best two players. The only plus we got out with was Max Krasmar playing. That's fine. So you other young lads played and all that, But listen, I wasn't going to risk anybody because I can't. It's simple as that. And I think if we had no disrespect to Banstead, who turned that side over. But the bottom line is it wasn't a priority. And I don't often see that because one, it's a reserve team cup now, and two, I couldn't get any injuries going into these games because I would have killed us having injury. And I've done it so many times in these little competitions where you play these players and all of a sudden you get them sent off, you get them blinking injured. I can't afford it. So, and plus, another David, I'll tell you the honest truth here. The reason I've done it as well is because I want to be judged well finishing in the league. Because I have a crack at managers and people getting jobs by doing well in the FA Cup, by doing well in the trophy, and doing well and winning the Surrey Senior Cup. And I'm thinking, you get away with this. I want to be judged what I do in the league. Simple as that. So I put more pressure on myself. Fantastic. Sure. But what I done instead, obviously a great idea. We thought it'd be a good idea to go down and watch Torquay against Chelmsford to see how we are in between the both of them, which we are. And then we've got them both coming. And got the ground and all that, and all of a sudden, got called off. So what a trouble all the way back. So fantastic.
You were actually there at the ground?
Outside the ground, parked up. Blackie and so we're going for a pint, and I'll go and get the tickets and come back and meet them and all that, So we got in there, I was dying for a wee, so I went to the toilet, come out, Ben Gavin rang us and said, I bet you're delighted, aren't you? I said, what are you talking about? He saw the game's off. I said, you kidding? I said, I'm going to get me tickets now, So I told them to, and they couldn't believe it, so we'll travel all the way back and get the scores out. So but hilarious, really. It's quite a laughing stock, really, aren't there? And I've had a great weekend. I went to watch a player for Charlton at 23 yesterday who got recommended. And me, Kelvin, Ian Dyer's in the car there, and on the way back I thought, fuck, Kelvin, you've let one off here and all that, it's a smell. Ian says, I think somebody's got crap on his shoes. So I stopped the car, new car what the club got us, and I said, come on, I said, get your fligging trainers off, I'm not having that in my car, put them in the boot. But it ended up having crap all over my shoes, so it's my shoes. So I've had a great week, absolutely fantastic. We knocked out the Surrey Senior Cup from a side, take no credit away from Banstead at all, but it wasn't a priority. We had a wasted journey there. Half had a wasted journey on yesterday, and it got crap on me shoe and all over the car. So fantastic. Apart from that, it's been a good week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's be a bit more positive then. You've got a shirt on your desk in front of you. Tell us about
Lloydie, obviously Lloydie White's a big mate of mine, as you know, and all that, and Keith Pullen, who we're having a round of applause for a minute tomorrow, and I think there's 22 of the family come. He supported the club for 50, 60, 70 years. He did. He's unbelievable family, very passionate about working, and I believe in that. And Rosemary Johnson, our chairman, she's paid for them to come 2 tables up in the lounge. What a lovely thing to do, 23 of them. And that's typical of our chairman. I know I keep praising the chairman. I'm not doing it to get a new contract and all like that. I actually genuinely think she's got working at heart, just like the rest of the board really. And so the seat where I used to sit, number 22, we're going to cordon that off with you, and we're going to put flowers on there, and they're going to put cards on there and all that, because that's where I used to sit all this time. And we've got a shirt off Lloydie, and and number 3, we'll put that on there as well. And so I'll do that today. So it's very good all round, and very emotional for the family. It'll be an emotional day tomorrow. He spent his life coming to games, so if we can't look after somebody who spent his life coming to games, and like you see, I went round the house for a 50-minute chat. I ended up being there for an hour and a half because I enjoyed the company and the stories what it does with working football club. We'll make working great again, but it's people like him who saw us through the great times. And just as well as me centre forwards, and you have some great people like Clive Walkers of the world, and people like that. What a great bloke he is, coming to every game and every single, and the family's got a massive tradition towards the club. So we just want to look after the best we can tomorrow, and we'll do a round of applause before kick-off for them, so
right.
But it'll be a very emotional time, I imagine.
And of course, very closely related to that is your half marathon run, which is coming up on Sunday.
Aye.
And you're telling me that you've lost some weight in order to
You must have noticed. I appreciate it. I didn't want to bring it up, to be honest, David, but I'm on these things, and so I'm not. Obviously, I've got a race night tomorrow night for the ladies as well down at Kingsfield, so I hope supporters, the players are coming, Josh Casey's, Max Crosby, all coming and all that, and stuff like that, and the juries for the ladies all coming. We're raising money for them to keep the ladies game up there, because you go and you see girls play, we want to make that special for the ladies and help them with tracksuits and subs, and so that's that one tomorrow, so please come down and support if we can. But the marathon me and Ian Dyer's doing, but I thought I'd gone on a diet. I've never been on a diet in my life, but I've got me knockers are nearly as size as Deb's behind the bar, you know what I mean? So it's I started putting on this and all that, and stuff. So I've been training all the time, but I never lost weight. So I do points now and what I eat, and I've been having fruit for breakfast and not having anything. Not fatty at all, and jack potatoes or anything on. And I even went down, Aidan Withers bought us a pasty or whatever it was from Greg's, and I felt so guilty eating it because 20 points I've quite a little bit of weight. So it's so I am in this fitness freak at the minute, but and obviously Saturday night I can't drink anyway because we're doing this run on Sunday, and but it'd be quite nice going around half a stone later, to be honest, and so. Even though I'm going to Blackie's pub at 12 o'clock afterwards, that's besides the point.
But put a stone back.
I put a stone, but I'm one of them. I lived opposite in Gates at a fish and chip shop just as I've never looked after myself. I was from your old school. You can run, you can do anything, you can drink 10 pints and run the next day. Players have changed. I may have players what to do, and I'm very much into that, to be honest, but I've never actually looked after myself. And even though I do 10-mile runs and go in the gym every other day and do sparring on the whatever, I've never actually looked after myself, so it's the first time everything, so I hope I have lost weight, and I think you've noticed I have, so thanks so much for bringing that up, David. Lovely.
You're unbelievable. Last point before we move on to questions from supporters. You've managed to organise a couple of prestige friendlies for the summer.
Oh, it's great. We've got a call off Portsmouth, which was fantastic, because obviously when I was at Hampton with Sir Jamal Lure and all the rest, and so they're going to come on the 30th, bring a very strong side on the 30th of July, which is fantastic, on a Tuesday night, and us against Portsmouth, and obviously they're playing against Sunderland, who I'll be watching at Wembley, and obviously we get Jamal here and everybody else in Portsmouth being very good, and obviously Oxford United, I'm just with our stamping this note here, on the 13th, that'll be our first pre-season friendly down here when the pitch is ready to go. And Oxford's been fantastic with us, and we'll bring their first team as well at 1 o'clock kick-off. So things like that, we've got form by half penciled in. I'll speak to Spencer day to day because you want to stick with the local clubs as well. But I think Portsmouth will be an excellent one, and Oxford will be an excellent one, long as it's against their first teams. Well, I have got to see what happens with Salford this year, because obviously we don't know what league, we don't be in the city. But obviously, if not, I wouldn't mind taking the side to Gateshead, and I'm talking about that now, where a mate of mine runs a club, Dunstan Fed, who got brand new stands getting put out, or whatever it is, and so we'll always have a trip away, so supporters come along, and we want to join the trip to Gateshead. Hopefully if I can get that one sorted, if not it'll be Salford, so supporters will be welcome to come along and have a pop of crack,
Fantastic.
And drink a few Newcastle Brown Ales, David, can't we?
Absolutely.
Imagine Staters coming back from Gateshead. Could be
You'd be very happy.
I'm very happy. No, definitely. So it's just we're doing our pre-season. That's what we're doing. Last year I had Chelsea down here, which is great, and we've got the Salford one done, which we always do every year. But I am delighted with the Portsmouth one, the Oxford one's got is against their first teams, and that'd be good. And obviously we'll get to Westfields and knock around the locals as well.
Yeah.
So all about sorting the faces now already.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
Let's move on then to, before I hand over to Daniel for supporters' questions,
Yeah.
there's a subject that's come up, sort of amalgamating various people's questions together,
Yeah.
which it sort of boils down to an accusation that by the end of the season we'll have used more players than we'll have points.
Is that what it's saying?
What's your response to that?
I think that's a crap question. I'm over here to answer your questions here, but I'm over here. I've never hit from one thing, and I still won't. Okay, I never walk off. I'll front anything else. But that question really pisses me off, to be honest. And anybody out there, talking to you, I'll say it one more time because I think I keep thinking of. I keep saying it to people. I'll say it one more bloody time. If they want to look at my record, it's the last 12 years as a manager. We come here with no players. And in my first week of the job, I had to sell 2 players. I had to sell Staunton to Halifax, and I had to sell Carter, and stuff like that. We had to sell them, got the money in, had to sell them. I also said we're going to get the club back to its roots again, so we're not going to pay sign-on fees, and we're not going to pay agent fees, and I've done that as well. All right. So try to sign players when we're 4 weeks late because I had 2 weeks of Hampton Richmond. And all that I did, and I had 2 weeks not knowing what league we're going to be in. In that 2 weeks as well, I've had to sell 2 players, so I'm actually bare bones. Okay. So going to try to sign players without any sign-on fees, now any agent fees, it's quite difficult. But I said to the board, that's what I'll do to get the club its identity back. That's what I want to try to do, just like I try to do with the community thing, right? So, for example, I can't go and sign a Loza. I can't go and sign, unless I do a loan sign because I've been screwed at the start of the season. I've got a decent squad together who's done alright. But the only reason we'll improve is by trying to get. So I kind of gone saying, if you want to look at the 10 top players in this league, we've got some in our team. But how can I go and sign them? Because all on contract because I missed the boat at the start of the season. So the only thing I can do is get loans. Where am I going to sign somebody from? The blinking Billericay form, blinking Torquay form, and all that. Torquay got all their players sorted because that's what I had. I would have had a couple of Torquay's players. I would have had a couple of Billericay players. I would have went for a couple of Dorfer players. I couldn't do it. And I think people should know that. I've tried to tell the truth all the time. So the only thing I can do is get in, out, gamble there, because it's been and trying to get that 11 competitive all the time. It's been flicking difficult. I'm not going to admit it's been the hardest job I've ever had to do in my 12 years. Because I know that everybody wants to be competitive. We've never had a top 10 budget, top 7 budget, and stuff like that. I'll tell the truth on that as well because we've done the things sensibly. The board always said if I want to play, I've been to try to back us. So how am I going to get a top here? For example, at the start of the season, Dan Sweeney at the start of the season, I'm just shooting Lowe's at the start of the season because I could never do it because everybody had them tied up. So when everybody's tied up, I'm ringing up and saying, well, okay, I've already signed a contract. So I had all that to come here. So I had to get it straight from scratch to build it, to grow it, to get players in. Like a Marnie Little and Bradley and everybody I've got in. Yes, I'm going to make fligging mistakes. I've got no choice. Yes, we've got to go to Charlton and find out what's there and what's there. It's been fligging hard trying to do it, but that's the reason I've had to use all these players because what choice have I had? And people say, like, my best signing was going to be, I tell you what, we've got Kane Fernand coming in, England signing international playing the country. He's been injured all fligging season. Max Crosman's been injured for half a season. Heidi's been injured for half a season and all that, I never praise myself. I never come in here and tell how good I am at my job. But I feel hard done by when people ask them stupid questions when they should look at the thing and say, well, hold on a minute, I'll tell you what you haven't done by getting a side from scratch here and sustain it because I would love to go and sign 5 of the best players in this league. Because the 5 best players in this league are already taken up, I've been screwed. Not by anybody's fault, by me wanting this job, by me staying at Hampton for seeing the playoffs through and all the rest of it, then accepting the job, by not knowing league what we're going to be in, by not paying sign-on fees, by not paying agent fees. It's been a flipping hard job. So that's a question. Anything else, ask us what you want, but that's a question what's rattle is. So I've asked it for the last time. If anybody asks it again, tell them to get stuffed, right?
Sure. And I would point out, or rather add to what you said, without loans, we wouldn't have had Toby Edser or Armani Little, who have arguably been 2 of our 3 or 4 best players.
We'll be in the bottom 5 with what we've got. We'll be in the bottom 5.
All right, let's move on.
Thanks.
And over to Daniel.
Hi Dan.
Right,
okay, I'll be nice and
first
confident
question.
because you're a young kid. He's experienced at it. You're a young boy. Okay. He's a bully, he is, but you're all right. Come on.
First question. If we get promoted, will we go back to being full-time?
No, not at all. We're not big enough to do that yet. We should have went full-time last couple of years. You've got to build it to full-time. I'm trying to do every stone unturned to do that, to get people to everybody support the club, and we'll go back to being full-time again. At the minute we won't.
Do you feel we can achieve more with the top part-timers or lower caliber full-time players?
Club like this at the minute, massively with the part-timers, could get better thing a player would do. Part-timers definitely. Full-timers will come in, get a lot of money and all that. You know, I've got to get them on a contract for blinking 2 years. That's what to do. We're not ready for that yet. We will be one day, but not yet.
Do you have any match day superstitions or a specific match day routine?
No, not really. No, I'm not clever enough to have superstitions, but I do break away from the players because I'm very full-on manager. This, do that. I do go away from a warm-up, let Martin and Ian sort of how we do it very well, and I'll go and talk to sponsors and talk to people as my way of getting from the players for half an hour because I wouldn't want to listen to me all the time, to be honest. Then I come back in and fail up again. Superstitions, no.
No. You mentioned about Ferdinand being injured all season. When will he be back?
He was meant to train last night but couldn't get through it or couldn't train, so we'll have to wait on next week now. Very frustrating for him and us and everybody else, and we've paid him all the way through, which I think is very good of the club. I've done runs for him, which I think is very good for us to do. Been very frustrated for him and us. We sort of both got disappointed last night. That's football.
Yeah. Reggie Young and Hester Cook have been good on loan. Will they come back at all this season?
I don't know about this, yeah. Hester Cook would have played the other night, but he gets suspended too many. That's the only problem with him. He gets suspended too many times. He's had too many bookings. We've had letters from the FA about him. He's suspended the last couple of games, so he's suspended. He couldn't play Tuesday night. I watched him the other day. He's done alright for Leatherhead. I think I quite like him. Reggie's done okay. I watched the video of Walton Cashwell's game. He's done alright as well. But there are young men who need to keep playing men's football, but doing very well at their clubs. At the end of the March, I might drag them all back to wait and see. But at the minute, we're happy where we are, and I think young kids need to play men's football.
This is one that's kind of pops up quite a lot.
Yeah.
Arguably, we've played our best football around November and December, like passing and moving, keeping it on the floor. How do you think we can get back to playing that way, or do you think we're doing fine now?
We're doing. I think we're doing everything but score on Saturday. You got a dimension with play. I think everybody knows we're like 2 wide ones, a centre forward, and so we're taught to go 4 top. Really, we like to pass it, move it quickly. We haven't done it as well. I probably agree there, but you know, about now we need new dimensions going around how we play. But getting it back, I still think we're second top of the form gates. I don't think it's too much wrong, to be honest. Let everybody else say things are wrong because having a blip. That's what you want to call a blip in 6 games, winning 4, drawing 1 and losing 1. That's a blip. So you want to play your best football all the time. So if a ball goes long, we haven't taught them to do that, but every now and again I think a long throw should come in the box. Every now and again we should compete in different ways, and every now and again we should play good football. You got to have different. That's what we're trying to do at the minute, to be honest.
Can I just butt in briefly? You mentioned long throws.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Greg Lewis seems to have a long throw.
That's right.
Where's that come from?
I do. We've got 2 in training, but these people it came out, and I thought, well, I've got 2 big centre halves, so if Gavin plays and Musa will play tomorrow, or Cook plays tomorrow, and we have got big lads go in, I just use it every now and again. So what we'll do, we'll see what they got. If they're winning everything, we'll go and do short ones and play. It's got to be a mixture of stuff, like, you know, long ball, short ball, everything ball at this time of the season. But it's come from nothing.
He sort of kept it to himself that
he
he
must
could
have
do it, or did he not know he could do it?
He probably didn't know because it never got brought up at all, and nobody saw anything. And you know, and all of a sudden, it might have got brought up, and it was Ian said to me. He said, "Oh, Martin said, oh, Ed's got a lot for yeah, all right." And I said, "Come on, and I'll tell you, it's not bad, is it?" So it's and we've got to use that now again. People use it against us, and we'll use it against teams, especially with Big Musa, who will get on the end of everything. Who I thought had a bloody good game Saturday, I did, and all that. And another question: if I get asked that question, somebody said it might not be a foul on Musa. Just don't ask daft questions, okay? So anyway, you know, so it's and all that. And Musa was like balmy on it. Somebody said that to me. Was it Kelvin said it yesterday?
I did see a reference to.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
But that person, I think, got pretty slapped down.
Oh, no. But be sensible. Like that's why I tell people not to read these boards because you'll get some great supporters on there and great. I don't expect praise all the time. I like stick. Brilliant, lovely, but don't talk crap, man. Don't talk. But anyway, he had a very good game. He did. We've been missing a left side centre half. He had a good game. It was a foul for the goal, just like it was offside against Dorford. It was just like our Dorford goal here against them. We got beaten the last minute. It was onside, as you've been proving all that, you know. So people say about luck, and people say that. Just tell me, have a look at the videos and get back to normal. Because I was just getting rattled yesterday, as you can probably gather. People say, "Oh, you've been a bit flicking lucky again." And just watch the flicking videos with the sends off were hard and things like that. We're having great luck. Fantastic. And it was a foul on Musa, by the way.
These are separate to Woking, so who's the best player you've ever managed?
Jamal, a million miles.
In your playing prime, do you think you could get into this Woking team?
Instead of Josh Casey, not a problem at all. Absolutely not a problem. Easy.
Which current player reminds you of yourself?
Probably Josh Kersey. I was a terror. I just wanted to win at all costs. I'll kick me granny to win a game of football, just like I will as a manager. And very passionate about the game I was. Yeah.
Will you be at Wembley to watch Sunderland?
100%. I'll be hiding the girls, singing songs. I'll have my hair dyed and everything. I will. And singing. I'll be on the pitch and everything and all that. You know. Funny story. I'll tell you a funny one before we go here. Son and were played and all that. You know, and stuff like that. And we played. I went with my brother and all that. We played against Sheffield Wednesday. And we were there and all that, you know, and stuff like that. And it was an unbelievable season. And I loved it and singing and all that, you know, and stuff like that. The following season, Sunderland won the championship. Won the championship, it did. And we played Tranmere away. And I went off and all that from Bradford City. And we got Tranmere away. And my assistant manager was Colin Todd. Frank Statement was the manager. Colin Todd was assistant manager. So we had a great thing up, you know, getting to Wembley in the following season. It's Sunderland away and all that, you know, and stuff like that. Peter Reid's in charge and all that, you know, and stuff like that he is. And then we won the championship. I sent my brother. We'll go down to Tranmere. 10,000 Sunderland fans in, singing songs, loved it and all that, you know. Anyway, final whistle goes. Everybody's playing on the pitch. I thought, well, I'll have a bit of this. So I jumped the barrier. I'm on the pitch and all that, you know. Wise man sing. I'm singing my heart out now. Me brother and everything else. I'm on the pitch. Anyway, I got back on the train on the Monday and all that, you know. There was Colin Todd, who was also connected with Sunderland fan. He said, "Oh, Dowse, did you go to the game?" I went, "Oh yeah, Colin, yeah, I was at the game, right?" You know. He says, "It was it's just them knackers who were running on the pitch." I was going, "No, it's terrible, Colin." I was one of them who was on the pitch, you know. So I'll be on the pitch at Wembley if Sunderland win. Fantastic.
If Sunderland came calling, would you go?
I knew it. This is a job I've always wanted, isn't it? Yeah. So, no, I would go over and clean the toilets or something like that, I suppose, one day, I suppose.
And last one, what would look better, you with Wheeler's hairstyle or Wheeler with yours?
Oh no, I don't think Wheeler would want my hairstyle, but I used to have lovely hair. I had great hair. I had a flick, so I was to flick my hair back. It was again exactly proper, you know. So I miss my hair, but Mother Nature's take care of it a bit, and I've had it shaved a bit, and the reason I remember once I had hairlights in it. I also love them. I absolutely love them. And I remember George Graham getting in the office, and when I first went down to Millwall, he says, "Hi Alan, how are you enjoying it?" I said, "Oh yeah, George," not really as that. "Oh yeah, George, I'm really enjoying it and all that." You know, he said, "Well, I tell you what, you've got 15 minutes to go and get your hair cut. If you don't, you're back on the train to Newcastle." So I borrowed £2 and I spent it down, got my hair shaved, and all the rest. So you have a fear factor on my hair, but I like it short because you don't have to look. I never look in the mirror anyway. So you get washed in the morning or whatever, you don't have to look in the mirror because you know what your hair's like anyway. So I like it short. I wouldn't want Wheelers, but I don't think you wouldn't want mine either. You know, so we'll be alright. Go on, David. Any more?
No, that's it.
Good. Oh, good.
We saved that one till last. That was my favourite question.
What's it? What about you? Because your hairstyle was like Wheelers, wasn't it? Before you got it cut, your hairstyle was like it. So I think you shoot yours.
It's nearer yours than his now.
I know, it's I think you shoot it.
Right. Thanks very much for your time this morning,
No
as
problem.
usual. We'll see you tomorrow.
Brilliant. Look here. Look forward to it.